everyone, welcome back to my channel. I didn't do this video last year and I'm kind of like, why didn't I do this video last year? I feel like it's kind of a good video to do every year, so I might try to start making this like, not a series, but just like get ready with me and talk about Halloween. And my Halloween sucked. I never thought those words would ever leave my mouth, but it did. So we had the costume contest and I was Michael Myers this year. I also got some new sponges. That's such a good feeling because I can throw away these old ones. We won 3rd place in the costume contest, so that was a good thing. But the day before I went to work, I left early because I started not to like feel well. I was like, I feel really like I'm gonna pass out. And so I asked my boss, I was like, hey, can I go home? And she was like, yeah, that's totally fine. So I went home, you know, kind of took a nap and thought, okay, that's all I needed and I'll feel better. So I went back to work the next day and I still felt just as exhausted as I did before. And I was like, well, I can't miss work again. And it's Halloween, we have the costume contest, so I'm gonna go to work. And everyone, I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. Beasley, she's licking water off the floor because I just took a bath. So she has water, okay? I don't know why she does that. She just likes doing that. So anyway, everyone at work, like I was really quiet and everyone was kind of like, why is she quiet? Halloween, like it's no secret at work that I'm the scream queen, that I love Halloween. And so everyone was just kind of like, why is she being so quiet? That's just not really like her. And people thought like my coworkers, several of them thought I was mad at them because I just wasn't talking to them. I was not mad at anyone. I just thought I was tired. The next thing I knew, I was on the floor, crying by my desk, and I was so confused. I was like, what? Why am I on the floor crying? Why is everyone staring at me? What is going on? And turns out that I had a seizure. And if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know that I do have epilepsy. I've had it my whole entire life. I had my first seizure when I was 14, but I just always kind of showed the signs of it. So it's nothing new. My boss knew I had it, but I'd never had one at work. I was kind of like freaking out from what I heard. And weird thing, after you have a seizure, you tend to try to vomit. It's kind of like your brain is going through so many different things that it kind of doesn't know what to do. So the part of your brain that would make you vomit, it's hitting that part, then the part that deals with your emotions, like, you know, I'm starting to cry and I'm like, why am I crying? And I just remember being like, I'm so embarrassed, and everyone was like, no, do not be embarrassed, we just want to make sure you're okay. So they ended up calling my husband because he was my emergency contact and telling him, hey, she's had a seizure. So he came and picked me up, and my coworkers treated me so well. Like they did such a good job, can I just say. They were all so nice, so helpful. They got me water, they got me a Sprite, they even held the trash can, which most people would be like, that's disgusting. Everyone was so sweet. And apparently what had happened, because I was like, well, how did they know I had a seizure? Apparently, so my desk is in like a back corner, so I don't have any like neighbors beside me, and then the desk in front of me is vacant, so I don't have anyone beside me, and it's not really a good thing. And so basically people, like the whole office heard a loud bang, And they obviously, you know, they came over to see me seizing on the floor, and they thought I had hit my head, but my head never hurt. And I feel like if I had hit my head, I would be able to feel the aftermath of that. I think what had happened was I was either trying to get up from my chair or sit down, and I might have fallen and the chair hit the wall. That's kind of what I'm thinking happened, but you know, I don't know for certain, obviously, because I blacked out basically. And it was scary for sure, because it was like, why is everyone staring at me? Why is everyone looking at me? And everyone was like, why did it have to happen on Halloween, her favorite holiday? So that really sucked. So, oh yeah, and they called 911, which I did not want them to do, because the ER isn't gonna do anything, unfortunately. So basically, all they're gonna do is take me to the emergency room. I'm gonna be there for who knows how long. And, you know, they're not really gonna do much. But of course, they were freaking out. They didn't know what to do, because I had given instructions to HR, but of course, HR was not there when this happened. So they didn't know what to do. They called 911. EMTs came. And they were really nice, but like I didn't remember my address at all. Luckily, my coworkers, one of them who's newer, working there, she saw me having a seizure, and her mom's a nurse. And so she kind of grabbed me by my feet to get me away from the wall and then turn me on my side. And obviously let me go through it. I think it lasted like 2 minutes, which is typical. That's a safe. If it lasts 5 minutes, that's like the death zone. It was at least nice to have a coworker who heard it, ran over, and her mom was a nurse. I was very happy about that. So that was my Halloween. I wish I could do it over, but unfortunately I can't. It really did suck. It really did suck. But there's always next year. So that was the first, like, well, actually that was like the second bad thing. And I'm one normally to be really positive, and normally this is why I love Halloween, because it's not like Christmas, you know, there's not expectations, there's not, like, you can do whatever you want. Well, we had a Halloween party this year, and we had one last year. It turned out really well, so we're like, awesome, second year we're getting to do this. And we literally had like people flake on this party. And I'm talking, we had people at the last minute be like, oh, we can't come, which it's like, I understand people get sick and, you know, things like that happen, but it's like, what? It just, I'm pretty sure it was an excuse, basically. I don't think it was like legit. And it's like, if you don't want to come, that's fine, but don't say that you're gonna do something and then you don't do it, because we've planned food. This year I planned games. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have cider pong this year for people. We got a movie projector to play like Halloween outside. And so it just sucked because we put so much effort into it, and it just seemed like no one cared. That really was a downer, and it was really like, why did we do this? No one enjoyed it. And we had people come, but it just wasn't like last year. And so that really put a damper on things for me, and my husband, because we worked so hard on this party, on planning food. I mean, you guys know I was decorating for months. Like, you guys know those videos. Yeah, decorating for months, trying to make the outdoor decorations look cool, like, and make them look really good, because I thought, oh, we're gonna have even more people this year. And that was not the case. The good news was that my brother was getting married, and so he was gonna be in town a week before for his bachelor party. So he and his fiance and my other brother from New York, all of them got to come. So I mean, that was nice, and it was nice to have them come over. And one of my brothers hadn't seen our house yet, so man, guys, one thing I don't like about this Fenty foundation is it almost dries too fast. So you have to blend it, like you have to work so hard at blending it. I don't know, that's just something I've noticed. I really like this foundation a lot. Very buildable, not hating on it, just one thing I don't like about it. I'm also gonna try this Physicians Formula Mineral Wear. I'm just always wanting to try new powders and stuff like that. So I wonder how this is gonna be. It just really sucked, you know, because we worked super hard in planning this party and thinking all these people were gonna come, and then people were like, oh yeah, we'll be there. And then once it actually came down to it, they didn't show up. And it's just like, it's fine if you don't want to come, okay? But just let us know, because if I had known that, I don't even know if we would have had the party. I would have been like, well, it seems like, oh yeah, and we had a costume contest this year. We gave away a $25 Amazon gift card. So people missed that. Powder seems to be pretty good. It seems to be pretty, what do you call this? Like a lot of excess. That's one thing I kind of don't like about it, but I mean, it's pretty good. I just want to do my makeup because I was like, I need a sense of normality right now, because going back to work is gonna be rough. Like I'm gonna have to, basically, I can't drive for 6 months. So, and the girl that I normally carpool with, she's having surgery for several weeks. So pretty much I have to do kind of like a hybrid schedule or go in at certain times. It's a mess, y'all. It is a mess. The worst part about having epilepsy is knowing that there is no cure for it. Like I have it on both sides of my brain, which means I'm never gonna outgrow it. It's permanent, unfortunately, and it sucks. A week after the party, we had my brother's rehearsal dinner right after work. I got a promotion at work, which was really exciting. I was excited about that. That wasn't stress or anything. And then we had the rehearsal dinner. And then the next day we had the wedding, and I was kind of like a greeter in the wedding just because they only had like one person on each side of them. Like she had her sister, and then my brother had one of our brothers. And so they still wanted to put me in, and I was like, yeah, I'll be a greeter. It was so sad because it was raining on their wedding day and they still got married outside. It was still so beautiful. But I just think for me, it was like way too much activity, just because I've had anxiety since I can remember, and it sucks. I've had it for, you know, as long as I can remember, and then that's what causes my seizures, and it just really, really sucks. So I hate that it happened on Halloween. I'm like, couldn't have happened on Christmas? Couldn't? Like, seriously? This is probably the worst Halloween I've ever had. The only other Halloween I can think of that was really bad was when I was a little girl and I was trick-or-treating and I tripped and I screamed bloody murder because I had a cut like on my leg. And I have a thing about blood, y'all. Like it will make me vomit, it will make me pass out. Like I just can't do blood. It runs in my family, believe it or not. So that was the only other bad Halloween I could think of. Even despite like going through middle school and having friends not wanting to go trick-or-treating with me, like, and I would go trick-or-treating with my mom, like it was still a good Halloween, you know? I could never do my eyeliner and talk at the same time. One thing I decided, I was like, okay, so I can't go back in time. I can only move forward, sadly. And so what I decided to do was, I was like, you know what? So every year at work, we have a Christmas desk decorating competition. I have won 3rd place my very first year. I did the Nightmare Before Christmas. And then last year I did a Star Wars Christmas. And this year I was like, you know what? Since I missed out on Halloween, I'm gonna do a Happy Hallow Days. And so I ended up finding some like wooden signs. I don't really know how to explain them. They're like pretty tall, like you would put them outside or lean them against something. And I found those, I got them for like $6 because they were 50% off. And so one says Happy Halloween, and I decided, I was like, you know what I can do? I can get some lettering and put Hallow, and then over the other writing put days, and it looks really cute. And the other one was like stacked jack-o'-lanterns with like a witch hat, so I was like, let me put a scarf around that. So I'm really excited. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do, because unfortunately I can't redo this Halloween. I wish I could. I did decorate our Christmas tree. I figured this year, I was like, I don't want a normal Christmas tree, so I decorated it all Halloween. It's like a white flocked tree, and I did all Halloween on it. And then I did do a Star Wars tree, and I still have some Halloween stuff out because, I mean, of course I do. Well, I am very lucky and blessed to have a husband who doesn't really care. He's like, I just like it when you decorate. I don't really care. So the mantle is like Christmas, but then the fireplace, like the bottom of it, is Halloween. I mean, it just makes me happy, and right now I need some happiness in my life because I'm exhausted, you guys. Like, I bit my tongue during my seizure so bad that it was bleeding, and it was hard for me to eat the day it happened, you know, like that night, because it was like, oh my gosh, my tongue hurts so bad. Still healing, honestly. And I tried to go to work. It was funny because my boss was like, you don't have to come to work the next day, like when I was leaving after my seizure happened. But luckily they're gonna work with me because like my energy, like, and I was telling my mom, I was like, when I was a kid, I used to be able to recover really quickly from having a seizure. It would just be like, all I need is a day and then I'm good. But now that I'm an adult, it literally takes me like a good week or two. So I'm trying to be careful with myself, and especially that the holidays are coming up, I'm like, you know what? Just take it a step at a time. You don't have to do anything. Pretty sure people will understand, but I think I just did too much. And my poor boss thought it was because she gave me the promotion. She thought that that's what gave me a seizure. And I was like, no. That, I mean, of course, you know, that's something else that added to it, but it was like, I was excited about that, you know? And I enjoyed my brother's wedding, but it's like, again, you have to mingle with people, and it's just stressful, you know? I'm very much an introvert. I like being to myself. I just, you know, I don't like hanging out with a bunch of people all the time. So I've just been watching like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and just kind of trying to recover. I've been sleeping like every day, like 12 hours. Like, it's insane. But I'm like, you know what? You need to recover. So I'm gonna allow myself to do that. I freaking love this lipstick, you guys. It's the NYX Suede and Cold Brew. You guys know I've been wearing it for a good minute. It is so good. I love it so much. My makeup just looks like fall, and I love it. I use the Rihanna Fenty in the Hella Thick mascara. Love this mascara. I remember when I first tried it, I was like, I don't really like it. But now that I've had a chance to like use it, I really like it. Like, I don't even have to curl my lashes. It's amazing. But I'm gonna make Christmas good. Normally I don't like Christmas, but I'm like, I missed out on Halloween. So all we can do is make Christmas feel like Halloween. I'm also like really having to change my diet too. I'm like, I can't drink as much coffee because I was drinking those pumpkin cream cold brews every single day, which is a lot of caffeine and sugar, and that definitely does not help. That's pretty much today's video. I just didn't want to do too much because my energy level is like just not here, but I was like, I still want to film the video, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to do like a Halloween recap. It was fun dressing up as Michael Myers and winning third place. We won like a Kroger gift card, and since I couldn't go pick out my prize, my coworker picked me out some Halloween items, which I'm really excited about, and I think she's dropping them off today. So that's something to look forward to, and at least I still have some of my Halloween stuff out, and I can do like a happy Hallow Days theme at work. Like, it's all gonna be okay. And we're actually taking a Disney trip in early December, so I'm excited about that as well. And yeah. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this chat with me, get ready with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. And until next time, stay spooky. Bye guys.